Teen and Tea with Auntie Ada. My name is Odogujoy Adaobi, and today I will be filming alone. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed since last week. Thank you for speaking to your friends and family. Thank you for the word of advice that you've given on how to improve this channel. And again, please click on the like. Thank you. Click on the like. Have your friends click on the like, and then comment, leave a comment, leave an advice on this channel. Today I will be discussing the involvement of children from childhood to teenhood. And the reason I'm discussing this involvement is because there are a lot of things, a lot of processes involved in this involvement that parents have not become aware of. There are a lot of situations happening that parents have not taken to heart. And I need you to understand that the fact that you are a teen mother or teen father or a teen parent, or you are co-parenting your teenager, hasn't earned you the right, has not made it that you must know what's happening in their life. Remember, these ones are moving from dependence on you to an independent nature. They are beginning to tap into their independent nature, I should put it like that. They are beginning to be aware of their emotion, of their existence, of their personality. They are beginning to be aware of who they are, and this will begin to form what they entirely become throughout their adulthood. And that is why I usually say the teen life is the most important part and life of every individual. If a teenager, if a child misses it at the teen level, trust me, they're going to have a damaged adulthood. If this very central, usually I divide life into three for every individual: childhood, teenhood, and adulthood. You see, at this very center, it's just like a pipe, okay? That you've got three pipes and you want to pass you want to have a particular flow through the pipe, and then you fix the first pipe into the second, and then you fix the third. Trust me, the water is going to go through the first, and the third is not going to go through the first. However, would never make it to the third if this space here has been jeopardized. And that is why when you look at a lot of damaged adults, the reason we've got a lot of damaged adults is because this center is not holding, has never held. There have been a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes that have been pushed into this middle. There have been a lot of disposes that have been put in here that is clogging each individual's life and making it difficult to move from here to here. Sometimes I say a lot of damages that happen as from when you were a child may never be remembered. The childhood trauma may not actually be, you may not have a real sense of what happened, but every single thing that happened at this center is always remembered. One, I also want to say that many parents, over the week I was discussing with a few parents, and they were telling me about how difficult it is raising their teens. And one of the questions I asked was, what's difficult? What do you find difficult? Oh, she doesn't talk to me, he doesn't talk to me, I don't know what is going, she's always angry, always getting into a crime or the other, never listen to me, does not want to do this, want to move out of the home. And I'm like, so what did you do at the childhood level? You cannot want to earn something at this center level if you have not done well at the first level. The first level of childhood for every teenager must be critically evaluated, worked on, operated on. Whatever you want to see your child become, I feel that many parents make the mistake of thinking that if they've provided financially for their children, they've done the best for them. No. Every child needs a parent present, needs your emotion, needs you physically, spiritually, and in every angle to become who you think they want to be. The future of a child does not just end at becoming a doctor, a nurse, because they can be a damaged doctor, they can be a damaged lawyer, they can be a damaged engineer, or whatsoever career you want them to go into. So the involvement from their childhood should be something every parent should be involved in. These ones are moving from being dependent on you to trying out the independent nature that has been inherent in them. However, they've not tapped into it. Suddenly, they are tapping into it. Suddenly, it's looking like, oh, I don't need mom to do this for me. I don't need dad to do this for me. I can do this myself. Trust me, that in the wheel of life for them, okay, a lot of things make their life, and a lot of things can mess up their life. The first is the family system, the community, the religious setting, the friends they're making, the school. The kind of family that you have your children associate with. Your extended family is one of the reasons they may be damaged adult or great adult. At this teen life, some parents have messed up this by trusting their extended family who messed up the life of their teenagers. And because they know you trust your family so much, they're not going to talk to you. It's appalling to find out that a large percentage of teenagers are suicidal, are going through depression, are going through loss of self-confidence, are timid. This is not just something that happens because they are coming. No, this is something that has progressed over time. And then getting into teenhood, the pressure of becoming something, the pressure of aligning, the pressure of being with their friends and feeling among would make it a lot more difficult. So these humans are moving from this path to this path, and in moving to this path, they need great parents. A great parent does not mean you are financially involved. A great parent does not mean you are perfect. A great parent just means that you are willing to see the errors that you are making, see the errors your kids are making and correct them without making them feel that you have your life all together. A lot of parents make us feel like they got it all together. No. Your child wants to know you can make mistakes. Your child wants to know that you sometimes fall. Don't give them the perfect picture of life. Let them go through, let every child go through the process with you. This is not to burden them with situations, because some parents make the error of burdening their children. Don't burden your child. However, it is important that you involve them. There's a difference between burdening. Burdening is nagging. Burdening is making them feel that the reason things are difficult is because they are in your life. Burdening is making them feel they need to do something to ameliorate, to reduce what is happening within the family situation. Involving them is making them know that, oh, the family is going through this situation. Trust mom and dad, they are going to do something about it. But I feel you should be aware. You are teaching them sympathy and at the same time empathy. Important. We're going to take a short break and I'll back after the short break and we'll continue to. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Teen and Tea with Auntie Ada. And before I left, we were discussing sympathy and empathy. So involve them and not burden them. Now, when I hear parents complain about the difficulties of training their teenagers, it makes me understand that this brings to me that you have not been working out the process with your kids. And trust me, the teen year is the most difficult year. The reason is because you are expected to achieve something. The pressure to express yourself by becoming a success. There's the pressure to become somebody in life. The pressure to become successful. That child becomes aware of it. And so, like I said before, there's a pressure, build up of pressure. And so if you have not laid a process down, your kids may never be able to trust you. They may never be able to say, oh mom, this is what I'm going through. Oh mom, dad, I think I am unable to do this. If you could help me. So, what should you do? From the beginning, start a culture. Begin a culture of discussing, of talking, of expression, of expressing emotions with your children. I have spoken about involving them. Very important. Know what goes on in their life. Sit with them while they are young and talk with them. I see a lot of parents are beginning to do this. With your baby, how was school today? Who did you meet? Did you make a new friend? Do you want to talk to me about your new friend? Help them trust in you more, because they will not be dependent on you in their teen life. Rather, they will be trusting you through the process. A lot of teenagers become withdrawn. This is not a time to nag them and say, what's wrong with you? I'm also going through a difficult time. What's wrong with you? I think knowing your child would help you realize when to talk to them. I told a particular parent, when do you think your child most listens? When do you think your child most listens to you? In the midnight, early in the morning, at the breakfast table, or you need to take them out? Taking out, being on a date is not just about spending. You can take a vacation with your children. This would help them relax more into you as they grow older. When these ones are moving, they get to school. Sometimes they are bullied. Sometimes they are threatened. And because they don't want to sound weak to you. I asked a parent, why do your child think he or she is weak? Have you ever expressed their weakness before them? Have you ever tried to talk down on them with their weaknesses? A child may not be doing so well in school. This is not a time to scold them or, clamp down on them. It's okay to correct. I think you can do this better. I think you can. I understand perfectly, parent, that you can get frustrated. Your frustration is allowed. But I am begging, do not show your frustration to your children. Do not. Do not involve them in your frustration. I know the difficulties of staying with your spouse, with your partner. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. I do understand that part. But when it comes to your child life, treat your child life like an investment. Because when you go to the bank and you're about to invest some money, you don't invest carelessly in them. You don't make careless decisions. You negotiate. You see who is bringing you into the investment and you speak to them. You want to know your turnover. That's how you should treat your children. Treat them as precious investment and put into them what you want to roll over in a year, in months, in their adult life. You don't want to give your life you don't want to give your teenager to their friends outside to train, to teach for you. You don't want to lose them out there to their friends who seem to understand them. Oh, I get it. You're going through this. Oh, I get it. If there have been errors you have gone through while you are a teenager, this is the time to sit down and discuss that situation with your child. Oh, and this is not supposed to be it's not supposed to be something so serious. Oh, do you know that while I was a teenager, I made a decision and this and this and this and this was what I did, and this was how you wouldn't believe the result I got. You won't believe how it turned out. This was it. In fact, I almost messed up my life. I appreciate that my parents were there to pick me up. You don't need to tell them at the end of the day, oh, what lesson did you pick? No, leave it there. They are picking the lesson. They are picking the lesson. They are feeling like, oh, my mom is not actually perfect. So when they make that an error, or they are close to making the error, they remember that story. And it helps them and guide them again. It helps them and push them back to align with your thought and pattern. However, if you are up-handed, many parents be like, oh, if you go and get involved with a boy, you just get pregnant, and that's all, and that's how your life ends. So if they want to rebel against you, they will say, oh, I'm going to punish my mom for this. I know today we are chasing after wealth, money, and we feel like we want to leave an inheritance for our children. What is an inheritance that your children will not enjoy? That your children will not, that you will not enjoy at the end of the day also? Because if their life is in jeopardy, yours is also in a bigger jeopardy. I've seen parents who are still culturing and taking care of their kids even at year 40, 50, because they ruined the opportunity to give a life to them. Do not forget I said you can correct. And correction does not involve slapping, does not involve belting. No. You should find a way to discuss situation with your teen life, with your teenagers rather, to bring them to correction. Your ultimate goal is not to make them feel worthless. The ultimate goal is to correct them, is to wield a mind to do the right thing, is to wield a mind that is willing to do the proper thing. The reason I started this channel is because I have been with teenagers for about 10 years now, and I have found out in my journey that a lot of them has moved within 13 to their 19 with a lot of hurt against their parents, bitterness against their parents, because they feel they do not understand what they are going through. Use this opportunity to rework, to rebuild that fence that has been broken between you and your teenager. You might not have started right, but this is a time to start right. Take them out, get a vacation, go out there, speak confident into them. Even when they are not confident, you can do it. You are able to do it. You are beautiful, you are intelligent. I love you. I love you should be a syllable you say to, should be words you say to your kids every single time. I love you. I adore you. You mean so much to me. Do not allow them to be dependent on the love that an outsider is willing to give to them. They must get the first and true love from you. They must. Finally, I'm going to say, do not allow your teenager go scot-free with a wrongdoing. Now, do not. I remember growing up, and one of the things my mom did was a visitation to the prison yard and a visitation to the orphanage homes. She just said, oh, today we're going to go for an outing, we're going to the prison yard. And then we went to the juvenile prison yard. And then we heard a lot of stories. How they got there. Some were abandoned there. We got home crying. We got home appreciating. They didn't tell us anything. They didn't have to say, oh, this is the lesson I want you to learn. No, we just went there and they did their business and then we were gone. But we went home weeping, appreciating our parents for the things that they've done. They saw firsthand the reason the children were there. They saw the mistake that they did. The next time I was at the orphanage home, we were trained, contented, not just with word, but with what we are seeing. Don't shield your children. Allow them to see what's going on. while you protect them. Don't shield them. Protect them. Don't shield them. Do what? Protect them. Allow them, but protect them. Let your eye be on them. Shine your eyes on them. Shine your eyes like light on them. Let them walk as though they're walking on your feet. And let them see as though they have your eyes. Trust me, if they meet a situation out there bigger than them, they will be back to request help. They will be back to talk about it. They will be back to say, oh, what's going on? A lot of teenagers have even said, oh, they don't trust me. My parents don't trust me. They don't trust me. For instance, I have a cousin-in-law who wanted to go out to meet friends, and and she feels that she could go out till midnight, and but the parents weren't allowing her, and she was angry about it, like very angry that all her friends were going out and they could stay till midnight, but her parents. I say again, train your child from childhood. Curfew is by 10 o'clock. You can go out. Monitored, chaperoned. You are trusting them, but you can actually chaperone them. Hang around. Make sure that the kind of friends that you are going out with are people that you have met. Invite the parents of these people that are friends with. Be friends with your children's parents, with your children's friends' parents. Get involved. Allow them. If you ever see that the family they are involved with is wrong for them, you need to table it, discuss it with them with reasons. You need to let them know. Don't just make a decision of, I don't want to see you with that family. No. Let them see what could happen by involving with evil communication. I hope with this few today, with what we discussed today, you will be able to have a better relationship or create a better relationship with your children, with your teenagers. One of my aim of building this channel is to help you build a beautiful relationship with your teenager. Also, to help our teenager build beautiful relationship with their parents and have a beautiful relationship and have a beautiful future. This is because we are tired of, or I am tired of seeing teenagers whose life are down the drain because they feel nobody understands them. Be involved in your children's life. Be involved in it. And I'm sure that if you are able to do one or two of these things, you're going to get it right. You're going to get it right. I said finally. I said finally the last time. So I'll just say in conclusion. Love your teenagers. Let them feel loved. Let them feel loved. Let them feel good love, and you won't regret it. I'm hopeful that you and your teenagers enjoy good relationship from today henceforth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you for coming to this vlog, Teen and Tea with Auntie Ada. God bless you. See you next week.